everyone, my name is Sammy and I hope you're doing well. And I'm just gonna move on because I don't really care. I don't know why I started doing this. So I grew up going to Six Flags every summer, and I had the absolute pleasure of spending my summer vacations with the Looney Tunes crew. I loved those guys! I especially loved all the little bits of media we got from that little Looney Tunes renaissance thanks to Space Jam. And now it will forever be immortalized as a drunk girl Halloween costume in college campuses across the nation. And I get to say that because I dressed up as Lola Bunny. Twice. But back to the Looney Tunes renaissance. We were graced with some of the greatest additions to the Looney Tunes canon, such as, what if Looney Tunes, but babies? Or, what if Looney Tunes, but in space again? Or, my personal favorite, and probably not yours, what if Looney Tunes, but back in action? Huh? Yes, that's right, folks. Today I'm gonna try to convince you about another box office bomb being a great movie. And that bomb today is none other than the one and only 2003 classic Looney Tunes Back in Action, starring the early 2000s heartthrob Brendan Fraser. Well, I guess he's also a 90s heartthrob. Maybe more of a 90s heartthrob than a 2000s heartthrob. I pretty much only watched him in 2000s movies, aside from the 99 remake of The Mummy, which I assume you've all seen. And if you haven't, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you denying yourself this morsel of pleasure? Okay, let's get back in action. I'll see myself out. We start off with a very meta moment with Daffy meeting with the legit Warner Brothers, and I was stupid and 4 when I saw this movie and was shocked that they got the heads of the company to be at this meeting and that they were still alive. But as I said, I was stupid and 4. And I just want to clarify, for this review, I don't even want to point out the good camera angles or cool lighting or nice sound design. I'm just gonna talk about what I like, okay? This is my channel, and I can do what I want. Is that a crime? No, because it's my channel. I literally just said that. And if you have a problem with that, you can go build a bridge and get over it. I am gonna point out something that never gets explained. These two women sitting behind the Warner Brothers, who are they? Why are they there? What are their stories? Also, let me know if you were a Daffy or a Bugs in your friendships growing up. Guess who I was? You're gonna have to guess. I'm not gonna tell you. I know I've said this in a previous video, but I love camp and self-aware comedy, and that's exactly what this is. Now, I'm not gonna say it handled certain topics well. It was made in 2003, but there was certainly this genre of movies that came out around that time that all had this sense of self-awareness. You know, like Scooby-Doo or Catwoman or Charlie's Angels. Like, they know what they are. It's a ridiculous concept for a group of 20-year-olds to go to this horror theme park island with funky themed drinks and a pointy disco ball skull. Although it shouldn't be. That should most certainly exist. Minus the demons and Scrappy-Doo. But these movies poke fun at the fact that they shouldn't exist in flesh form. And this movie is the perfect crux of that. Okay, back to the movie. Now you gotta hand it to Daffy. He is serving some physical humor, and he knows when he's been outdone. I will say, this movie is hilarious. Not ironically, just it is. Also, prepare yourselves. He's here. Brendan Fraser, or DJ in this movie, is a security guard going on auditions to be a stuntman, despite his dad being a famous actor. He is a man of honor and is not going to fall into the clutches of nepotism. Not you, baby. I didn't mean you. I'm sorry.
Walking.
Morning, Mr. Bunny.
Very hot now.
And he is respectful.
Anyway, about that duck, you want me to get rid of him still?
And also quite silly. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. But I am gonna say it. He is so attractive. So I'll explain what happened. Daffy was causing a ruckus on the Warner Bros. Lot with DJ chasing him, trying to get him off the lot. And they subsequently ruined some shots and some equipment for an upcoming Batman movie. And then Daffy pushes over the water tower, flooding the entire lot. Obviously getting DJ fired in a dishonorable discharge sort of way. I do love this little mumble that he gives while he's walking away and the security guards are behind a closed gate. Babes, they can't hear you. Who are you talking to? You guys, I forgot my ultimate celebrity crush is in this movie, Matthew Lillard. Oh my god.
What kind of performance do you call that? You made me sound like a total space cadet, man.
I'm sorry you feel that way. I was trying to be real to your character.
And you know what, Shaggy? Matthew Lillard did a perfect job of portraying you. And I will literally see you out back. That was lucky. Bugs is literally just a drag queen and Kate is being so homophobic. Like, she's got no business saying Bugs in a dress is disturbing when she's got that Jennifer Lawrence Mystique wig situation nightmare going on up top. Girl. And Bugs might be an asshole, but he puts his friends first and he leverages his own status to try to get Daffy back into the movie. Okay. Back to our guy DJ. And I don't mean to be giving a play-by-play right now, but I'm just trying to keep you up to speed. And to make sure we take stops along the ways to see the glorious landmarks that makes this a great movie. Plus, it's just the beginning, so we're getting all those cute, yummy little bits of exposition and cute little droplets. Like how his neighbor is Granny, and Tweety Bird, and Sylvester. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they are important and come back later on in the movie. Also, if you didn't get the picture before, here it is. Also, Daffy snuck into his house through his backpack. Obsessed with the way Daffy says this?
You live with Daddy?
Yeah, so?
Because, I mean, put the pieces together, everyone. Brendan Fraser is hot. Also, we find out that DJ's dad, who famously played a spy in Hollywood, is living a double life and is a spy in real life too, and is currently captured right now and talking about a blue monkey and how he's in Las Vegas and he needs DJ to come and save him. And of course, Daffy tags along because we need some comic relief. And ain't that just the way? And, okay, so now Kate's job is on the line because she fired Daffy, and now the cartoons don't make sense because one of the stars of the cartoons is fired, and she has to get him back in the office by Monday or else she's fired. And honestly, frankly, maybe she should be, because that was a rash and irresponsible decision. Now, during this car ride, we get a lot of meta moments because this movie really doesn't care, and that's what makes it spectacular.
Did you see those mummy movies? I'm in them more than Brendan Fraser is. Oh no, you couldn't stand that. One day he decides to say, no, the Brandmaster does all his own stunts.
First of all, Brendan Fraser literally shit talks himself. Second of all, this fun little phone call between Daffy and Bugs. And third of all, Steve Martin's entire character in this whole film. Okay, also, what the fuck is up with the styling on this woman's hair? Also, what is up with people entering into other people's homes when they are not home? So, while breaking and entering, Kate sees Bugs in the shower and he recreates the famous scene from Psycho. And here is where we get the idea that we're finally gonna get to see that fancy spy car get in use with a fun little drive between Kate and Bugs. And we finally get to see my lovely lady Kate with some good hair. Thank God. Well, good for 2003. Vegas, baby! Vegas, baby. We get to see Yosemite Sam in his cute little card-themed hat. And we get to see a lovely show from Dusty Tales, who knew DJ's dad and is also a spy. And we also see these Yosemite Sam dancers. And Brendan Fraser does this. And it made me feel some type of way when I was younger. So I don't know what that says about me. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
That verse cliche!
Very funny. This movie is very funny. And look, I'm not normally a fan of fight scenes. I think they tend to all follow a similar structure. But I like in this one we get a cute little callback to his career as a stuntman. And plus we get a fun little play on it because one of the people in this fight is not real. Now, of course, a movie that has a Vegas scene also has to have the obligatory blackjack scene. And we get some added tension because of that important playing card that Dusty gave to DJ that I didn't mention earlier because I didn't know how to work it in more organically into the script, so I'm telling you now, is mixed into the deck. The only things I know about race car driving is what I learned from Ricky Bobby, so I have no clue who this person is, but I did think this was very funny.
Out of the way, fancy boy. I'm a commandeering this here clown called.
Also,
there's gotta be 314 hotels and 142 casinos in Las Vegas.
why so specific on the numbers, Queen? What's that about?
You are in big trouble, mister.
And the way she said, "You're in big trouble, mister," and he said, "Agreed." I will say we're about to get a car chase, so prepare yourselves. But this one isn't bad because Brendan Fraser is in it.
But innocent people could be hurt. Throw it out the window! It'll send the wrong message to children.
See what I mean? This movie knows exactly what it is. And you guys didn't see that in 2003. So you killed it. Not me. Don't blame me. I loved this movie as a kid. You have Bugs Bunny's blood on your hands. Deal with that guilt. Also, Kate, what's with that face, babes? Daffy to save the day. Classic.
Mother.
Taking you to mother.
Also, Kate, shut up and let this cutie pie be hopeful and trusting that his dad is telling the truth. He wants to save his daddy. But here we do get some cute character development between Brendan and Kate.
Your hair smells nice.
You say so?
No, good night.
I'm telling you, Daffy, I heard the Warner Brothers say you were their best duck.
Along with Daffy and Bugs, the duality of comedy, y'all. Okay, I will say Kate is working that dress. I forgive her. But what the fuck are those shoes? You know what, I'll give you a pass because you're in the desert. This movie just doesn't give a shit, as I've said before. And I'll scream it from the mountaintops. They blatantly have Walmart product placement in the middle of the desert. And that's what it is canonically in the movie. Product placement. They think it's a mirage at first, but it's literally just a Walmart in the middle of the desert. And they walk in, they buy their goods, and walk out. Also, we are finally getting some looks from Kate. And at this point, the movie just gets even more fun. I mean, poorly CGI'd aliens stored in large mason jars with holes drilled in the top. Come on, guys. And Joan Cusack, Mother, literally canonically Mother in this. I love it. And yeah, Steve Martin's character is evil, but he is a forgiving boss.
All right, now, buck up and let's see a little smile. A little bigger. A little bigger. Oh, well, that's nice.
And we get to see these cheeky little grin from this cutie pie.
The Acme chairman's goal to turn the population into monkey slaves to manufacture shoddy Acme goods and then change them back to people to buy the stuff.
Honestly, this plan doesn't sound that far off from capitalism. And you guys, this is where my taste in men came from, I think.
So that means if I go after the diamond, then the bad guys come after me.
Well, hang on.
Because this is exactly what my partner is like. So I win?
Wakey, wakey, friends. Time to wreak mayhem in the cause of evil.
My exact mantra every morning.
I knew this day would come.
Just really solid humor. And I'm so glad the first thing Kate did after being almost killed by aliens was put that cowboy hat back on. Everyone say thank you to the costume designer for putting Brendan Fraser in leather. I remember watching this scene as a kid and actually feeling so much anger and volatile emotions building up inside of me. I had never hated anything as much as I hated Daffy in that moment. I think that was the first time I ever felt any emotion so strongly, which explains a lot. But like, oh my god, stop jumping! For like 2 seconds. This is so important. Stop. Also, guess what? He doesn't stop. He ruins the picture. Also, Brendan Fraser is cute boy coded.
Formula, but it works.
It's a great thing about movies. You always know what's gonna happen. For instance, if this was a movie, you and I probably wind up together.
Also, you guys, I can do the Florence Pugh frowned face like really well. Watch. Is that it? Did I do it? Let me know. I also remember loving this scene as a kid because I loved painting and artwork, so I thought it was cool seeing classic cartoons in the style of classic paintings. Also obsessed with the idea of this huge man walking through the streets of Paris with this human-sized burlap sack squirming on his arms and no one bats an eye. What was going on in Paris that this was just a normal Tuesday? This scene made me audibly laugh out loud.
You!
Huh? Come here. Hey, wait a minute.
I don't want any trouble.
What are you doing there?
I just want your
I don't know why I'm pointing out this scene in particular because there's a lot of scenes that made me verbally laugh. Because this movie is funny. Because I decide what's funny or not. Because I have good taste. Deal with it. Deal with it, girl. Why on this green earth would you ever do that for any dick ever? No, not even for Brendan Fraser. But yes, of course, after this, the feelings start bubbling to the surface between these two lovebirds. And we finally get to see the cutest Looney Tune, the Tasmanian Devil. I remember as a kid, I had this one game that had had a Taz ball that was battery operated, and it rolled around sporadically inside of this like cage almost that had flimsy doors, and the doors were held in by these like little sticks. And the point of the game was you and your friends picked out a stick one by one, and whoever let Taz out lost the game. What a great toy design. Brilliant toy making. Oh, would you look at that? Granny is here coincidentally in the jungle. Which everyone say thank you to this director because we get to see Brendan Fraser in another jungle ensemble.
What a fantastic view! Unless you're in the audience, in which case you've been staring at an elephant's behind for 30 seconds.
Another classic break of the fourth wall quip from Bugs. Granny is being awfully suspicious. And Daffy ruins everything.
Hey. This looks like a puzzle piece.
What?
Please, girl, at best it looks like a children's toy from 1965, not a puzzle piece. And yes, give my man his Indiana Jones moment. Although, not quite sure why he changed himself into a monkey. It seemed like he knew what he was doing. Why did he do that? Uh-oh, surprise, it wasn't Granny all along, plot twist. And Taz was just pretending to be the other cutest Looney Tune, Tweety Bird. And if you're not an idiot, here is a callback to the Looney Tunes earlier film work with this little known athlete you guys might not know. I'm also loving the drip he's got on. Those shorts, spectacular. Brendan Fraser tied up. Anyone? Sure, a lot of you. And here's the obligatory ass shot. Okay.
Get out of the sun. You've just got to set your mind to it.
Besides, I'm hearing my dad's voice in my head.
Aw, we get a cute little father-son moment. Love to see it. But hate to see this. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Hate this. I feel like this could have been anything. Like, any kind of stalling device, and they chose to make that abomination? Why that gross, huge robotic dog with literal human teeth?
Now to neutralize that duck.
Now to neutralize that duck. I feel like I killed that. And of course, Daffy has his redemption arc, saving the world from being turned into monkeys.
Oh, Dad, this is Kate. Kate, this is Damien Drake.
I'm a really big fan of your son.
And this line is so effing stinking adorable. I get butterflies in my tummy and I smile and it makes me curl my toes and I want to sing Colby Calais. What can I say? I'm a sucker for romance. Brendan Fraser gets to punch himself in the face, and I can only assume that was on personal request. And with that, we close another bomb in the box office, but star in my heart. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on the movie, but I already know you guys love it. And as always, kissies!